Hi everyone, it is Patrick. Oh my gosh, like welcome back to my channel. I want to apologize for this very long hiatus. I did not expect it to go this long, but a lot of things have been happening. Obviously, if you cannot tell, this is an entirely new background and like setup for me. I actually moved like halfway across the country to start grad school. That just started. I am just like completely adjusting to this new environment, but I definitely still want to film videos for you all. So I'm starting again, and I'm starting at just the right time because guess what is right around the corner? Pumpkin spice season. So I planned some videos out, and it looks like around like the next maybe like 10 or so are somewhat revolving around pumpkin. So strap in, get ready. It is going to be a long ride, but a good ride. So the Starbucks Fall 2022 menu has leaked. I saw it, it looks really good, and there's a lot of stuff that I can replicate, that I can show you all how you can make at home. So today I'm gonna show you all how you can make a pumpkin spice chai tea latte at home. Oh my gosh. So my DIY Starbucks chai latte is one of my most popular videos. You all loved that recipe. It is really like so good. So I want to do a little bit of a remix on that recipe and make it pumpkin spice. I feel like pumpkin spice and chai are like cousins. A lot of the spices that are used in pumpkin spice are the same ones that we use in chai lattes, so it really does kind of make sense that it goes so well together. I tried this combo last year and it like rocked my world like so much. So the first thing that we have to make is the pumpkin spice sauce. My favorite recipe is from this blog called Sweet Steep, I believe. I will have it linked down below. It is so good. I discovered this and made this last year, and I'm never going back. It tastes literally identical to the one from Starbucks, and it is so easy to make. The ingredients are super accessible, and I just love this recipe so much. So let's get started on this pumpkin spice syrup. So the first thing that we have to do for this recipe is actually make like a simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water. So the first thing we're gonna add to the pot is half a cup of just regular granulated sugar. And simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water, so we're gonna add a half a cup of water. Now I'm gonna pop this over medium heat until the sugar is completely dissolved, and then I will be right back. Bye. Okay, so the sugar is completely dissolved and it started like bubbling, so I took it off the heat real quick. The next thing I'm gonna add is 2/3 of a cup of like 100% pure like canned pumpkin. I get like Libby's. I don't know how Libby's became like top tier pumpkin, but it is. I don't make the rules. You definitely want to make sure you get like 100% pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling. That is like a whole different thing, and we don't really want to vibe with that right now. Maybe later, but just like not for this. I think this is the secret ingredient to this whole recipe. It is 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. This changes the game like completely. You cannot make a replica of the Starbucks sauce without using this. This is essential. It changes the flavor, it changes the texture, it changes everything. So go ahead and pick up a can of this, and this entire thing is going into this. It looks like a lot. This is not maybe like healthiest recipe in the world, but we don't care. Okay, so the pumpkin is already in here, and now we need the spice element. So the next thing you're going to add is half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. This has all of the spices that we love just like wrapped into one and already put together for us. It is so easy. I love it. It has cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, coriander, ginger, cloves, and caraway. Don't know who the last girl is, but we love to see it. So sprinkle that right in. Woo! I don't know if this makes a difference, but I like doing it. And then the last thing we're going to add to just bring out all of our different flavors is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This won't make it salty, but it will make this more pumpkin-y and more spicy, so we love that. 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna give this a quick stir. I'm gonna pop this back on low heat for just like a minute or so to just get everything like to be friendly with each other, to get everything just like combined and a little bit heated heated up so those spices just like warm up a little bit. But yes, just for like 1 minute. Okay, so I took it off the heat. It was simmering for like a minute. So this is completely done. All it needs to do now is chill. I'm gonna cool it to room temperature, and then once it's room temp, we can pop it in the fridge. I like to store mine in like either like a mason jar or just like some airtight container that will keep it fresh, that will keep it good. And this will last in your fridge for like 2 weeks. So you are set on your pumpkin spice lattes, on your pumpkin spice cold brews. Just make this once and you're set for a while. So I'm gonna set this aside to cool down, and let's get working on our chai concentrate. Okay, so now it is time to make the chai concentrate. So I do have a whole other video that shows you how you can make a chai latte at home, just like the one from Starbucks, but I wanted to shake it up and try a new recipe today. So I'm using the same blog that I used for the pumpkin spice sauce. So I'm going to sweet steep. Again, everything will be linked down below. But I thought if the pumpkin spice sauce was so good, I need to see what this chai concentrate is all about. Okay, so the first thing we have to do for this recipe is grind our whole spices. You are going to need to pick up one of these. It's called a mortar and pestle. So you're gonna need 3 cinnamon sticks. The next thing you're gonna need is 3 star anise. Oh my gosh, these have like such a special flavor to them. They're like licoricey, they're spicy, they're just like, You're also gonna need 12 cloves. I feel like cloves and cinnamon are like buddy-buddy. They like love each other. So they are just going to work. How many did I just add? Let's go with 4, or is it 3? Let's go with 4. You're also going to need whole cardamom pods. I think this is like the signature chai spice. It's cardamom like all the way. And this is a little bit trickier to find whole like in stores. So you might have better luck finding this online. Again, I will have the one that I used linked down below. I was able to pick it up on Amazon. We love Prime like so much. It got here like the next day. So we love that, but 8 whole cardamom pods. Yes. Now chai definitely does have a little bit of a kick to it, and that normally comes from the black pepper. So the next thing you're gonna add is 1 tablespoon of whole black peppercorns. Yes. Okay, so then you're just gonna take like this thing, I have no clue, and just like grind it up. Apparently it does not have to be like super fine. It just has to be like a coarse little crush up apparently. So don't worry about like being perfect. Just do like a general coarse grind. I don't really know what that means, but we're gonna go for it. Oh my gosh, this is like very satisfying. Oh, it's a little bit of a workout. Like the aroma is like, what's it called? It's like being released into the air. It is so good. It is gonna end up being strained like later on. So as long as you just like crush it up and like get those oils going, you should be good, but don't worry about it being like powdery. Okay, so I'm gonna heat my burner over low heat, and then I'm going to add in these spices that we just crushed, and we're gonna like toast them up a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so our pan is heated up. So let's go ahead and add in our whole spices that we just crushed up. We're gonna toast them over low heat for like 2 to 3 minutes, and be sure to like stir it a lot because we don't want this to burn. Ooh, so spicy. Okay, so the spices are done toasting. Now the next thing we're gonna do is add 5 cups of water to the pot. So the next 2 ingredients that we're gonna add are kind of already crushed up, so now is a really good time to add them in. We're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Nutmeg is very good. It is very strong, so that's why you don't need a lot of it. And then the next thing that chai is known for is ginger. Like, I didn't have any like fresh ginger. You could definitely go ahead and use that, or you could use like ground ginger like powder if you have that. But what I'm gonna do today is actually use these like frozen crushed ginger cubes, and I just got it right from Target. You could probably find it at other places as well. But the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of like chopped ginger, and this has 16 cubes, and each cube is 1 teaspoon. So I think I'm just gonna add like the whole thing. I like a lot of ginger. Oh my gosh, this is like kind of fun. Okay, all of my ginger ice cubes are in there. So I'm gonna turn the heat up to like medium high, bring it to a boil. What am I doing next? Once it gets to a boil, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for like 10 minutes. So, okay, so our water mixture with all the different spices is boiling. So let's turn it down to low. And we're gonna let this simmer for like 10 minutes to get extra spicy, to get all of that flavor infused in the water. It might not look like the prettiest right now, but I promise it will get better and it will taste amazing. Trust me, it smells like so good right now. And since we're making chai tea, it's probably important to talk about like the tea portion of the drink. So this is the tea that I'm using. I will have it linked down below, but it is Assam black tea. I did a little bit of searching in the blog that this recipe is housed under. Let's just go with that. Recommended this. So I picked it up on Amazon. This whole bag was like $14 and this will last like a long time. Like this will make a lot of batches. What we're gonna do is actually turn the heat back up and bring it to a boil. And then as soon as it gets to a boil, take it off the heat, add in the tea and let it steep. And we're gonna be using a 1/4 cup of tea. Let me go ahead and get that all measured out. Okay, so the spice mixture is boiling. Let me take it off the heat. Ooh, smoke. Now I'm just gonna sprinkle in the tea, the 1/4 cup of tea. Yes. Give this a quick stir. And you're actually going to let this sit in here for like 4 minutes. You would think like the longer the better, but with tea, that's really not the case. If you go for too long, it can actually get like really, really bitter and we don't want that. So because, oh my gosh, the smoke is like getting in the way. Let me just like stand over here. Okay, so because this has like whole tea and whole spices in it, we do need to strain those out because we don't want to drink that. Like that would not be good. The best way I think to do this is by using a strainer over a bowl and then a cheesecloth. Okay, so our tea has been steeping for 4 minutes and now we are ready to strain this. Love it. So while this mixture is still warm, we are going to add our sweeteners. And you do not have to do like all of these. I'm just like very extra and like doing the most. So I am, but please feel free to like dial this down. This is like a lot. One thing I love about chai is like the subtle sweetness. So this mixture is very spicy right now, but we just need to make it a little bit like sweet. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. We're also gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar just for that little caramelly sweetness that we love. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. The last sweetener we're gonna use is 1 tablespoon of honey. And then just for a little bit of vanilla flavor, we're gonna add in a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're gonna whisk it in, and you wanna make sure to do this again while it's warm so that the sugar can dissolve. So we're gonna do the same thing here that we did with the pumpkin spice sauce. We're gonna cool this to room temperature, and then once it's at room temperature, you can pop this in the fridge and it will last for like a week. Okay, we're back. The pumpkin spice sauce and the chai concentrate have been chilling in the fridge. They're now chilled, so we can make our drink. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is go ahead and grab your cup. You do need to put this in a Starbucks cup if you want to make it look like you went to Starbucks and got it. So the first thing you're going to put in here is ice. You are going to put ice to the top line. Okay, so we have our ice. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put in the tumbler is some milk. You can use whatever kind of milk you want. I just happen to have 2% here. And this is what they use in just like basic chai lattes at Starbucks. They're just going to give you like 2% milk unless you ask for something else. But this is really good with oat milk, really good with almond milk. So please feel free to shake it up. And we're gonna use 1 cup of this. So I'm gonna pour the concentrate right over the milk. And then since we were doing a little bit of a remix and we were adding some pumpkin spice, I'm going to add like 3 tablespoons of this because I like a lot of pumpkin spice flavor. But feel free to adjust to whatever you want. I'll put the lid and the straw on. Okay, you all, we like did it. We made the pumpkin sauce, we made the chai concentrate, and now we have it all put together. So let's see how this tastes. Oh my gosh. This is by far one of the best drinks I have made on this channel. You kind of take two of my favorite things, pumpkin spice and chai, and put it together, and it's really no surprise that this works so well together, like so well. All of those spices that we ground up using our own hand, using the mortar and pestle, like you can taste all of that just like very intense flavor all in here. It's like very spicy. It is not mild, but that's how it should be. And then the pumpkin spice like kicks it up even another notch. You get that pumpkin flavor in here. It is not overpowered by the chai. It is just like altogether such a good drink. Oh my gosh. I hope you all love this video. I'm so excited to be filming videos again. Trust me, I have quite a lineup, so get ready. Like, videos are coming, but this was the perfect one to kick off my fall 2022 lineup. You're not ready for the rest of them either. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm at @ThePatrickMeyer, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.